What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex. In this video, I want to talk about Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra yet again and talk about when we could actually see this thing next. Now, we heard about it, and thank God it's been enough time, and I think we've all been waiting, for some sort of like drip-fed news. So we finally did hear about it, and then we actually got inadvertently through Kari Payton, we actually got like a release window, right? That's going to come out like right before Christmas, and as we know, like that probably means very early December, right? Now, it could always get pushed. It could be a January or February 2026 game, but feels like, that's the target, right? Very, very end of this year, very beginning of next year. I don't know if GTA would mess with that. I think it would honestly be more for like bug fixes and just making sure it comes out in the best possible version. Well, there's one other kind of wrinkle to it, right? And it's, well, a lot of people aren't really sold on this game. And I think, honestly, that's very fine. I actually kind of agree with the mindset of people where it's like we've seen so far a very enhanced tech demo. We haven't seen like legitimate gameplay, and so until we get, is it really Uncharted and then with just these characters, because that would be freaking awesome, but until we get something, it's hard to go all the way. Well, okay, well that kind of comes into this conversation too, right? When do we see it, and what would you have to show, when you do show it? I think, honestly, okay, it's probably a little too early to talk about Summer Game Fest, but we got to do it because that feels like the opportunity to me, right? You look ahead, and technically you actually can kind of pick, right? You can say, well, do we prefer Xbox? If you prefer Xbox, there's of course that June show that they always do, always pretty big. They sometimes show every show they show a couple third-party games. That's not necessarily the focus, but you could show it there. You could show it at Summer Game Fest, and that's just where I feel like the world stage, Jeff Keighley, right, always tries to one-up himself, wants to get maybe 2 or 3 big games per show. I just feel like that's a really, really good opportunity that can be a game that opens the show, closes the show. Amy Hennig can be flown in, or I don't even know, as the team in LA, that Skydance team. They could show it off. He's been doing more and more for Summer Game Fest, the demos where people can actually play these games. It just feels like a really good opportunity to not only show the game off, show a trailer, show gameplay, but also literally, as he does for Summer Game Fest, sometimes Gamescom, Game Awards, bring the person up, right? So you just bring Amy Hennig up and you interview her for 3, 4, 5 minutes, right? I think that would work really, really well. But you know what? Even that, if you don't want to do that, well, you have other opportunities. Is PlayStation doing a showcase in the summer? We kind of heard rumors of that. You could pick them. If you want to go back to Jeff Keighley, but just in a different country, you could do Gamescom, right, in August. Bottom line, though, is I do think the summer. I think it's got to be sometime between like June and August, even if the game gets delayed, right? Even if it comes out very early 2026, now is the time, at least to show another trailer, right? Because the stuff we have, we have not nothing, but we have not too much, right? So you really got to show it again. You really got to start to show gameplay, and you really just got to start talking about the game, getting it out there. I think it's, again, if it's everything that we want it to be, I honestly think it shouldn't have any problems doing well, selling, marketing almost itself, right? From the creator of Uncharted, it's an Uncharted-esque type game, high set pieces and all this stuff. And then obviously you have the Marvel part to it. Like, okay, I think a lot of people would really be sold with that. I think a lot of people are actually willing to go along with it right now, including myself, but then you have to actually, show it off to them to prove it, right? So hopefully this summer. I really think, I don't know, Summer Game Fest just makes a lot of sense to me because he always tries to have a couple different, and look, I mean, there's no shortage of games. You could show Persona 6 and that would be a huge one. You could show GTA and that would make the whole show. There's obviously games you could pick, but I just feel, Marvel 1943 isn't the biggest game of all time, but it's also it is a big game, and it just feels kind of right for that summer vibe and just, okay, we're going to start the marketing, we're starting the push as we go into the fall because the game comes out December 5th or it comes out, the end of January. I just feel like all that stuff kind of works. So I'm hoping it's in June. That would only put it 3 months, so less than 3 months would be Summer Game Fest. So I'm really hoping for that personally. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.